4 years from coming into effect of the General Data Protection Regulation, short known as the GDPR, at Pridatect we wanted to take some time to reflect on what challenges the last 4 years have brought for us, for our clients, and many organizations around the world. We see companies who see it just as another regulation to comply with and as a blocker of their actual core business, and we have companies who are actually very eager to comply and see it as the opportunity it really is. As some of the biggest challenges, I see, for example, the always changing regulatory landscape. So much has changed since May 2018. Schrems 2 and the failure of the Privacy Shield, which resulted in the need to have additional transfer measures in place to legally transfer data to the USA, and even with these measures, not being sure if this was enough. With the COVID-19 pandemic, a huge amount of additional health data has been processed all over the world, where the GDPR needed to be very flexible. And then we have the numerous new data protection laws that have been put in place or are still under development. And therefore, when you consider yourself compliant yesterday, can be possible that you're not today. So you always have to be up to date with the newest rulings and legislations. Also, raising awareness for data protection inside the company can be very difficult. Creating a culture of data protection inside a company is by far one of the most challenging and lengthy changes that have been required since the GDPR came into force. Data protection is not only the job of the DPO, but everybody needs to be involved. The employees need to understand their roles and responsibilities, which might include, for example, handling customer data with a very high standard, or understanding when a higher standard of technical organizational measures is needed, or taking responsibility for updating the ROPA, so the record of processing activities, for business processes when something inside of your process is changing. So if organizations find a way to actively engage all their employees, you're almost halfway there. And what have we learned since May 2018? We have noticed it can be very hard to understand all the requirements of the GDPR and how they apply for each organization. We still see a lot of companies struggling with the understanding what personal data is and how they are processing it. It requires a lot of time, resources, and dedication that a lot of companies, especially startups and SMEs, do not have. And therefore, lots of organizations are still struggling to get it right. I think it's very safe to say that the GDPR made a huge impact on all organizations. It requires a lot of work, but for all the right reasons. Having GDPR included in the strategical decision making of your company from the very beginning can lead to a huge business advantage. And I guess it's in every company's best interest to process the personal data of their clients, employees, and providers with the highest level of security.